finances. 11:05 in our first Money Matters segment today, we are talking about credit repair with the president of Credit Repair Resources.
Please welcome Chad Kuzner to the show. Thank you for sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, Chad.
How are you?
Good.
So how did you get into this? What's your background?
So I was a mortgage lender for 10 years, and I found myself needing some credit repair, actually. And,
okay.
Everybody told me that the online places were deceptive and they didn't do anything that I couldn't do on my own, but I was referred to an attorney, and he did a great job. So I went home and told my wife I wanted to start a new business, and instead of hitting me with a brick, she said it was a great idea and introduced me to my partner, and he's a litigator.
Wow.
So he does consumer protection laws, like fair credit reporting protection, fair debt collection protection. So he manages how we do our workflow and how we manage our clients, and I work our relationships.
That's awesome. And hey, shout out to your wife for the
I
support,
know,
right?
that's so nice.
Good for you.
The million-dollar question, how do you help us repair our credit?
So the first thing that anybody that knows what they're doing has to do is review your credit report, because it's everybody's report is their own DNA. So what was good for some people may not be good for someone else. So we do an evaluation. We identify if the things on the credit report may be repaired or if they just need proper guidance. So if they need the right guidance, we give them that. But if they need our professional services, we enroll them and then get them with one of our case managers.
So who would you say is a candidate for your service?
Great question. So the way that we describe it are people that have been through a life cycle event or an economic event, bankruptcy, job loss, divorce, medical event, or I say the perfecta, when it all happens at one time.
Right.
They're on the other side of that. They're working again. They need to move forward with their credit, but they don't know where to begin. They come to us and we help them recover their credit report, get their scores back where they want them to be, and hopefully get the financing that they're looking for.
And isn't that true that sometimes everything in life happens at once and you need that guidance?
It does.
And so someone might say, maybe you're watching, I could do this on the internet, no big deal. Why your services? I'm going to say I want human interaction, please.
Me too.
This is a big deal. This is my credit.
Sure, and that's it all depends. I mean, there are people that are resourceful enough, and there's so much information on the internet. The challenge is understanding what's right, what's wrong, and what's neutral. So coming to us, you know that you're getting the proper information the first time. We have our case managers have no less than a decade in credit management. Like I said, my partner knows his stuff very, very well. So when you come to us, you're making the investments to know that it's getting done right the first time.
So for people watching this who are struggling, maybe they have little or no credit, what are some really important things that you think they should know?
So a lot of people think, well, I pay cash for everything, so I have good credit because I don't use credit. Well,
I just talked to somebody that said that the other day.
preface
That's
behind
funny.
and purpose of credit reporting is there to identify people that and the likelihood of someone who's going to default. So credit scoring and our scores basically are not predicting how good we are, they're predicting how bad we are. So they want to identify people that aren't paying their bills. But if you're not showing them responsible use of credit, right, the credit reporting agencies and the credit scoring models, then they don't have anything to grade you by. So having positive accounts as young as possible, like a credit card, and keeping a super low balance on it and paid on time really helps. Getting somebody co-signed if it's a family member for a small installment loan. Anything that you can do to start building your credit as early as possible is really going to help, because young and thin files actually may not even generate a credit score.
We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm thinking of identity theft because I feel like everybody talks about that.
It's a
Any
big
quick
subject.
advice in a few seconds on that one?
Absolutely. So credit freezes and fraud alerts. There's two different ways that you can protect your credit if you thought you've been a victim of identity theft. I always recommend at least a fraud alert, because at any point you can go ahead and it'll protect you, but credit freezes actually lock your credit down.
Okay.
So if you need more information on that, you're more than welcome to give me a call and I can walk you through that.
And we're going to give you the information.
It's funny you should say that, Chad, because there it is.
You can call 216-591-1000 or go to crr760.com. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
So good to talk to you today.